up, y'all? I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be talking about the Oscar nominations, my predictions, and what will probably happen. So, the Oscars come around every year. You know, they always have their favorites. They have, emotional dramas and, Oscar bait movies, as it were. And this year really is no different. So, to start us off, I'm going to just go for the biggest one, the Best Picture category. And in this category, they recently changed the rules to allow for up to 10 movies to be nominated. But, of course, lately it hasn't been 10. They've been just doing 7, 8, 9, or whatever. This year, there's 9 movies nominated. So, what are they all? Well, first you have Arrival. It's that sci-fi movie with Amy Adams, where, the aliens come down and they can't understand the language and all that kind of stuff. This is the only non-drama comedy kind of thing on the list. It's the only genre film on the list. So it's interesting. I mean, there hasn't been that many sci-fi movies nominated. So it's just good that it's going to get a nomination. Now, will it win? No, unfortunately. There's so much going on in the other movies. Okay, what else is nominated? Number 2, Hell or High Water. Now, this is a movie, it was not as many people have seen it, of course. It's not super mainstream, but it's kind of a neo-western with people who are robbing a bank, I think it is. And it shows, the reasons why they robbed the bank and the debt they're in and what's going on and everything. It's a movie that is expected to be nominated because it performed well at Sundance and everything, but it's definitely not going to win. Okay, the next one, Moonlight. Now this movie, a lot of people are really talking about. It's had a lot of nominations, and it also won in the Golden Globes for Best Drama. Of course, the Golden Globes, they separate drama and musical and comedy into 2 different categories so that 2 movies can win, But this movie is kind of a coming-of-age story, and it follows one kid as he grows up and has, some hard things happen to him, and it shows 3 different chapters of his life, when he's a kid, when he's a teenager, and then when he's an adult. And that's why, on the cover, there's the 3 different guys in the face. Kind of cool. But this movie, I think, has a chance to win. And I personally think it should win. But we'll see what actually happens. Now, the next movie on the list is Lion. This is a movie that a lot of people may have seen the poster for, but I don't know anybody that's actually seen it. It's about a boy who, he gets adopted by an Australian couple who live in New Zealand, I believe, and they raise him, and he, even though he's loved and everything, he still feels something's missing, and he goes and searches for his birth parents. So that's that movie. There's not a lot of momentum on that movie as far as it actually winning, but it's a good movie. I do want to see it, so I'll have to put that on my list to see. Okay, another movie that is the movie I think I wish could win, but can't win, is Hidden Figures. This is a movie that most mainstream movie-going people have actually seen out of all of these. It has, Octavia Spencer and a lot of other really good actors and actresses, and it follows the African American women that work at NASA and how they helped, they did the math and they did the engineering. They really helped get the person up in the air on that rocket. And it's a movie that's kind of really important for African American history in general, because I had no idea that they even existed. So what does that tell you? But the one that's going to win, most likely, is La La Land. Now, this is a film that is about Hollywood, about a struggling actress, and about, the struggles of trying, trying out for parts and stuff like that. So it's sort of catered to their audience, you know. And it's most likely going to win. It has a lot of momentum going into it. It won the Golden Globes for the best musical / comedy, and it just has the most buzz, the most people talking about it. So there's that movie. There is Hacksaw Ridge, which is the movie directed by Mel Gibson, and it stars Andrew Garfield as that, you know, minister who goes into the military but does not want to shoot anybody, and he like rescues people and stuff. And this, I think, is a combination of it was a really good movie, you know, and people liked it, so it's in there, but also it's telling Mel Gibson, you know, welcome back to Hollywood, because he had such a hard time, and he said some really bad things. That's why his reputation was really bad for a while. But since he's been nominated in 2 or 3 categories here, it's kind of his welcome back to Hollywood. It's like them forgiving him, sort of. Okay, so also there's that movie Fences, and it's directed and stars Denzel Washington, and it's based off a play, and it follows this man, and it shows him, you know, working hard for his family and everything, but there's a side to him that isn't so good, and it has a lot of emotional, you know, dialogue in it, and Viola Davis is in it as well. And movie, although it's really good, and people don't talk about Denzel Washington directing it as much, like people don't even know, it's not going to win, unfortunately. And finally, Manchester by the Sea. This is a movie starring Casey Affleck, and he's a guy who goes back home to deal with some death, and he has to deal with the family and the funeral and all that kind of stuff. And there's been movies like this before, but from what I've heard, I haven't actually seen this one. It is a really good movie as far as dealing with those kind of emotions and showing like what actually happens. So it's not going to win, although it has gotten other nominations in different categories. But that is the best pictures. So just to recap, La La Land will most likely win. Moonlight could win. And if any of the other ones win, it will definitely be an upset. So that is my Oscar guide to 2017. Did you like it? Did you agree with my predictions? Do you think that Hollywood is just going to give it to like 2 movies and give them all the way down the row? Or do you think that they'll have some upsets there? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have any videos that you think I should do, let me know. Alright, bye bye for now.